Yes, people. Yes. We're here to talk, or I'm here to talk. You're here to listen. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. It's the day after the night before, and we didn't play the night before, but a lot of you saw the footage from the night before, the game from the night before, built up essentially as the title decider without us even playing. And the first things first, never rely on Tottenham. That would be the words to take away from this video if you're going to take any words away from it at all. Never rely on Tottenham. And people might be looking at the screen now, watching it, saying, talk to yourself. I have spoken to myself. I have. For the last 12 to 18 hours, I've been, looking in the mirror. I got sucked in. Didn't believe before the first ball was kicked. At half-time, I started thinking, when was the last time we were 135 minutes away from a Premier League title? And the answer was 2004, the Invincibles. And that started making me think, football's a funny game. That opening 45 minutes, Tottenham, credit to them, they put it on City. They tried, they adapted to the opposition. Still susceptible at the back, obviously, we know this. That wasn't going to change in one 90-minute game, but they did pose their own threats. And in the final third, essentially, if I start getting onto a few of them Tottenham players in the attack, then yeah, this video is going to be longer than it needs to be. But yeah, at half-time, I started thinking to myself, without saying it, we're 45 minutes away. Essentially, we sit here now and we're not. City will go on to win it, in my opinion. I thought that before the Tottenham game too. I got sucked in. Who knows? Against West Ham, I'll be at the Emirates for the Everton game. I'll be on my phone at half-time if it's 0-0. If West Ham are 1-0 up. If West Ham are 2-0 up, obviously we know we can't, we can't think that that's it. We've seen City catch up on the last day of the season from 2 goals behind a couple of times at least. But I will get sucked in again. This team does deserve something. Whether that something comes in 4 or 5 days or whether that something comes in 12 months, we are on the verge. They are on the verge. But to come so close and feel yet so far, yeah, it's not a good feeling. Worse than last season. Definitely worse than last season, in my opinion. Probably because the expectation was high this season as well. We all expected to be here, and game week 38, we're here. Son. I said yesterday, he bends those in against Arsenal for fun. And it's the truth. I see a lot of people mentioning, you can't rely on Son. You can't blame it on Son. No, I'm not blaming it on Son. We can look back at the season and look at points dropped. I look at Villa, 0 out of 6 points across both games. No goals scored. I look at Fulham, 1 point out of 6 across both games. Those are the 4 fixtures I really look at. And when you look how close it is at the top, a couple different results, one different result in one of those 4 fixtures, where in all 4 we were favourites in, it'd be a different story. It'd be a different feeling leading up to this Everton game. But it's not. And, we can pick and choose at what to look at. After that run in December, West Ham 2-0, Emirates and Fulham, I thought to myself, it's done. You can't let Liverpool or City essentially, build a gap and build momentum. But look at the run we went on since. Since that run, we've drawn 1 game City and we've lost 1 game Villa. Now, when you're fighting with City, Liverpool fans will say, those are the fine margins. They are. We're learning. We all saw Liverpool fight tooth and nail for years and miss out a couple of times by 1 point. And we knew, the beast that City are before entering the title race last season. But to feel it, to go through it, all I can say is Pep is a genius. That's what it comes down to first and foremost, the consistency. Genius. His management, genius. I stopped short of saying greatest of all time because I lived through Sir Alex Ferguson and I still think some of the things Ferguson did, Pep hasn't, but he won't get the chance to, so it might be unfair. But some of the things Pep's done, Alex Ferguson hasn't. So it's an interesting debate, but that's what we're up against. That's what Liverpool are up against. That's what we're up against. When you look at our points tally over the last couple of seasons, they've won it many a season. Most goals scored ever in the Premier League last season, we've just beaten that this season. Most goals scored ever in our Premier League history. Currently on 89, I believe. Most wins ever in our Premier League history. 27, 1 more than the Invincibles. With a game to play. Look at our defensive record this season, best in the league. When's the last time we could say that? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I just assume it's probably Adams Campbell era, if not before that. Over 20 years ago. All of those facts, and they are facts, point to Arsenal are on the verge of greatness. But we're up against greatness. Or put another word there for it, because Pep is something else. I don't expect violence to come out and all that. Listen, you live, you learn. This ain't the first rodeo I've been in a title race. I'm not one of these young Arsenal fans that haven't been there before. I've been gutted before, 98, 99, United. They played Tottenham on the last day. Tottenham go 1-0 up. We all know how that ends. If you don't know, go search it up. In that same season, Bergkamp, semi-final, FA Cup, penalty, pain. That season ends with Man United treble. Those are, the moments I grew up on, as well as great moments. So, I'm essentially built for this, but I can also tell you that we look good. I'm proud of this team. And before people pause the video and start commenting on me saying proud of this team, because a lot of people like to do that, let it roll. Because it's okay to be proud of this team having not won anything yet. It's not about winning things to love your club, to be proud of your club. Look where we've come from in the last 10, 15 years. Look where we are now. Don't get it twisted. We have to get over the line. I hope you haven't paused it yet, people, because I'm getting to it. I'm getting to the standards. I'm getting to what we have to do, what we must, because it's true. We need a Premier League. We crave a Champions League. These are the majors we talk about when we all thought moving into the Emirates was the next best thing for us. And we're here now in conversations for them, being deemed favourites at times for the Premier League this season. It wasn't to be. Yes, a game left, defeatist, all of that. Like I said, I'll be at the game. I'll be there, hoping, praying. Hopefully I do get sucked in again, because as much as the pain is hard to take, this pain, it's far off the pain we've gone through in the last 10, 15 years, where Arsenal's name was being dragged through the mud. All those years of Wenger and Chapman and the history behind Arsenal, the players, from Adams to Henry, Keown, Vieira, before that, Brady, Graham, McClintock. Our name was being dragged through the mud by new owners. But finally, off the pitch, it seems like, we've been doing the right thing for years. Can't really call it luck. Look at the last 2 years, the output, crazy. And in turn, things are going right on the pitch. Who would have thought it? Do right off the pitch, things go right on the pitch. People will probably pause the video and say, what does he mean right? We haven't won anything yet. Again, success is winning, 100%. And I'm not happy with second. I'm not happy with second. I forget seasons where we finished second. I only remember the pain of those seasons. That's not memories I want to look back on and talk about with my son. But those memories also mold you as a football fan. It can't be all roses, Even City fans, look at Big Steve. He had to go through it before all of the riches. Yes, you get new school City fans who have just seen success, but you had new school Chelsea fans who just knew success in the Roman era. What do they know now? Swings and roundabouts, and it feels like it's our time now, people. It feels like it's our time to challenge City, to push Pep, challenge Pep, and hopefully get over the line. I was never one to mock Klopp and Liverpool for one Premier League title. And listen, you might see me in videos mocking it. It depends who I'm up against and what Liverpool fans in front of me. If they want to chat shit, I can chat shit too. But I'm not here to chat shit right now. All I'm going to say is Klopp, over his time at Liverpool, credit to him. He pulled out some majors and the trophy haul in that time whilst dealing with Pep. Credit to him. He's up there in terms of managers of all time in the Premier League. He's up there. Not quite, breaking the top four, I'd say, but he's up there. So anything we can, get moving forward, and the standards are set by Pep, but we've come close in the last 2 years in matching that. Next season, I think we'll win the league. Next season, we must win the league. I believe it's our time, and, hope and pray for the best. Proud at the moment, and we look forward to a transfer window that hopefully builds on a transfer window that, come the end of the season, looking at Declan Rice, looking at Kai Havertz, I think both players in their own ways have turned out to be assets for the club. Hopefully we can do that again. If we do that again with the striker position, and we do that again with another winger or midfielder, we win this league next season. This Arsenal squad has shown that they can thrive off pain, miss out on top 4 to Tottenham. What do we do next season? We challenge for a title. Missed out on the title, bottled it. What do we do the season after that? Take it to game week 38. Now listen, it's not all roses. I've just said that. So it doesn't mean next season we are guaranteed a league title. But I feel it. I believe it. So I think, we all should. We all should. On that note, that's it really. I mean, I've got nothing much more to add on that. I mean, come on West Ham. Do it for Declan. If you don't want to do it for Declan Moyes, do it for Mikel. You two go way back as well. End your Premier League legacy with a win. It will go down in history. It'll be replayed over and over again, And yeah, fingers crossed, people. But if we don't, like I expect, we won't. And we finish second come 6 p.m. Sunday, we go again. That's the feeling, we go again. It's not a feeling of we fucked our only chance. It's a feeling of we go again. And if we go again, we will win a major trophy. Next season, people. This feels like the season wrap up before the season's wrapped up. But I know a lot of us are deflated off the back of that Tottenham result. It is what it is, people. Hit the like button, leave your comments in the comment section below. Love for the love, all of that. And we go again. Leave it at that, people. We go again. Peace.